For those of you who are watching this live stream currently, we are testing our camera equipment right now. We're still about 24 minutes away from game time. We'll start our pregame show in about 15 minutes after warm-ups. For now, you can go ahead and just enjoy our warm-ups while we test our equipment. Test, test. Awesome. Okay, do me a favor. Point right down the middle of the ice as close as you can get. Okay, good. Now point at the scoreboard. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. That's okay. I'll be all talking to it. Okay, so point back, middle. Point our zone. Okay. We're good. Now do me a favor. I won't make you carry my gum. We can't focus up any with the camera. It's just a Wi-Fi issue. If it's that bad, I can always just do audio. All right.
Oh, so cold.
All right. We're getting this show on the road.
Hey, was it bad that I... Everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back to dance them away. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Woo! How can you sleep? How will you die when this is how you live your life? You see the world while locked inside. It's just a flash before your eyes. We don't know why we can't break through.
Welcome to Houston High Hockey's live broadcast of the game between the Homer Mariners and the Houston Ducks. We're here live tonight from Homer, Alaska at the Kevin Bell Center on the Homer Spit, about 10 minutes away from the opening puck drop of the game between the Mariners and the Hawks. Got some great surprises in store for our pregame show today. We have an interview from one of our Hawks players, some keys to the game, and then, of course, our starting lineups all leading up to the puck drop. So stay tuned. We're about 9 minutes out right now, and we will keep streaming as long as our internet holds up in here and bring you the game tonight between the Mariners and the Hawks. About 9 minutes out from puck drop.
If all we do is people watch, you people watch, that's all you do. You love to mock.
Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast of the game between the Hawks and the Mariners. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of interviewing Tyler Shivers, one of our Hawks forwards, and asked him a couple questions about how he thought the game was going to go today, so let's take a look at that. I'm here with Tyler Shivers, varsity player for the Hawks and assistant captain. Tyler, what do you think some of the keys to winning tonight's game are?
Well, you got to have some poise with the puck. You can't be throwing it away. You just got to dump and chase like Coach told us to, and we've been practicing. So, yeah.
So have you seen Homer play? What are you looking for to shut them down defensively here?
Well, I haven't really seen him play, so I think after the first period, I think I get a good grasp of what they're out there for, and just ways to shut them down.
All right. Good luck tonight, Tyler. So that was Tyler Shivers, assistant captain for the Hawks and one of our starting forwards tonight. That leads us right into our 3 key points of the game, brought to you by Ace Waterwells. Key point number 1 is going to be dumping and chasing for the Hawks. We have a really deep bench this year, really looking to exploit that with lots of offensive pressure to wear out the Mariners tonight in their D zone. Point number 2 is playing with some poise. Hockey game always goes better when you're out there. You know what you're doing. You're confident in yourself, and you're not taking any dumb penalties out there that are going to cost your team. Point number 3 is going to be tough D for the Hawks. We're starting one of our veteran goalies in net tonight, but with our first game of the year, it's always good to help out your goalie as much as you can. So lots of block shots, lots of clearing the puck, lots of good breakouts. And if we can do that, should be able to take this first varsity game of the year here in Homer. So we're now about 5 minutes away from the opening puck drop. So we'll be back shortly with our starting lineups and then the opening drop of the puck here from the Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer. It's the Houston Hockey live broadcast. Stay tuned.
You people watch.
Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast here from the Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer. Refs are out on the ice and our teams are about to head out there, so it's about time to look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting for Homer is forward Ethan Pitzman, forward Dmitry Kuzmeni, forward Tim Blakely, defenseman Alden Ross, defenseman Charlie Menke, and starting at night tonight for the Homer Mariners is goaltender Hunter Warren. And starting tonight for your Hawks is forward Tyler Shivers, forward Isaiah Squires, forward Riley Scott, on defense Hayden Shivers and Reed Humphreys. And starting in net tonight for the Hawks is goaltender JP Nix. We're still about 2 minutes out here from the opening puck drop as the teams have taken the ice and are preparing to get lined up for that. So we'll be back in 2 minutes with the live broadcast from Homer Ice Arena. It's the Houston Hockey live broadcast, and the Hawks take on the Homer Mariners.
Everybody's people watching, everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back to dancing away. It's all the same. Everybody's shadow boxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like it earned the flame. It's all the same. Shame, shame, shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of all ages, welcome to Houston Hawks Hockey.
Welcome back to the Houston Hockey live broadcast of the game between the Hawks and the Mariners tonight at the Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer. Teams are done with the preliminaries, and we're about ready to drop the puck at center ice for the opening face-off in this first period of play. Homer coming off a win against the Monroe Catholic Rams, a division rival for the Hawks. The Mariners won by a score of 2-0 over the Rams. This is the Hawks' first varsity game of the year. Last time they played was the JV game in the Menard last Tuesday, where they got edged by the Knights 8-1. Tyler Shivers out there for the Hawks at center ice. And it looks like Ethan Pitzman is taking the faceoff for the Mariners, and here we go. We're about to play some hockey. The Hawks win the faceoff back, and now it's up off the boards to Squires, and Squires will dump it in. No icing on the play, and now it's in the corner. Scott is forechecking. He'll make the hit there, and now it goes over to the other corner. Shivers pins the man to the boards. It's picked up by Humphreys at the point, and he dumps it into the zone. Now Scott moves behind the net to forecheck. He's beat to the puck there by the Homer defenseman, and it's chipped around. Squires now on the far side looks to play the puck. It's chipped up to Homer, and they'll just break it out. Now picked up by Kutzman on the far side. He's going off one-on-one with Humphreys. He takes a shot at JP Nix, who just makes the save, and play will be stopped in the Hawks defensive zone. Only 30 seconds has run off the clock. Hawks had most of the time on ice in the Homer zone until that last breakaway there, off a good breakout by the Mariners. So now Tyler Shiver will take the face-off against Nevak of the Mariners. Looks like ref is going to have an issue with one of the goalie's water bottles. But Homer will win the faceoff back to the defense, and they'll dump it into the zone. Behind the net now, Noah Gillespie goes to fight for the puck. He knocks off the Homer forward, but now the puck is passed up and picked up by Shivers, who almost clears it out of the zone, but now it's dumped in by the Homer defense. Humphreys on the far side looking to play the puck, passes up to Squires, just gets out of the zone before it's dumped in, but the Mariners are offsides. Now Noah Gillespie chips it up. He maintains the puck. It's still in his own zone. Hawks looking to regroup. They'll also get a line change here on the boards as Otengana ties up his man. Puck gets through. Squires tries to pass to Zweifel, but it's knocked off into the far side. Now the Mariners try a dump up, but it's picked up by Otengana. He kept out just outside the zone. Rogers is just offsides, and now the Hawks will have to forecheck. Zweifel goes into the corner. He breaks up the play there, up to Otengana. Otengana to Gillespie on the point. Gillespie passes down into the corner. Now Zweifel will pick it up behind the net, and he'll dump it around for Otengana. He's fighting in the corner with Ali McCarron of the Mariners. And now the Mariners will try a clear, but Reed Humphreys makes two nice stops there to keep the play in the zone. Mariners chip it out, and it's going to be an icing call on the Mariners. So we'll have a face-off in the Hawks' offensive zone here, as the puck was iced down the zone after some good possession by the Hawks. Hawks are looking very strong here in this first 2 minutes of play. They've kept the puck mostly in the Homer's own zone. It's Tyler Shivers' line back out there to take the face-off. And Shivers will tie up his man, but Homer will pick up the face-off. Now Willingston passes up with the puck. He tries to pass across. That's broken up by the Hawks defense and picked up by Tyler Shivers, who dumps it all the way down for potential icing here, and it will be called an icing. So play's going to move all the way back to the Hawks defensive zone here. Tyler Shivers' line is still out there. It looks like Gilliland for the Mariners is taking the face-off. Menke, the captain for the Mariners, is on defense at the point. Now the Hawks have won the face-off, and Riley Scott is tying up his man in the corner. Puck squirts out to the Homer on the point. Shot is made, and a save by Nix. And now Nix will get another shot on goal, and he'll freeze the puck there. Just over 2 minutes. I've ticked off the clock here in the first period of play between the Hawks and the Mariners. Tyler Shivers' line is still out there to take the face-off for the Hawks. He's going against Kuzmin of the Mariners in the Hawks defensive zone. Now Shivers has won the face-off back to his brother Hayden Shivers. Play gets stalled at the point as the Hawks fight for it there. Dumped into the zone by Kuzmin of the Mariners. And now Hayden Shivers will look to clear. He passes to Tyler Shivers, but the puck is kept in the zone, dumped into the far corner. Humphreys is now chasing. He looks to stop it. Play squirts by. And now Hayden Shivers will pick it up on the far side. He passes up to Squires. Squires passes out to Scott, and play is stalled in the neutral zone. Picked up by Ross, the Homer offenseman. and the puck squirts up into the air, and it's stopped there by the Homer Mariner as Otengana looks to knock him off the puck. Humphreys makes a play to stop it. Now it's picked up by Shivers in his own zone, looking to break it out. Shivers moves to the neutral zone and dumps it all the way in. Stopped there by the Homer goaltender and dumped around. Picked up by Humphreys on the point. He steps in. He shoots. It's deflected up into the netting, and play will stop. Hunter Warren, the Mariners goalie, came out to play that puck and it knocked it off to the side, but Reed Humphreys of the Hawks just kept it inside the zone to get off that shot. Nice play by the Mariners defenseman to knock that out and into the netting. So now it's Austin Zweifel out there to take the face-off for the Hawks. He's out there with Otengana and Rogers, and he'll lose the face-off back to Winston of the Mariners. Gillespie tries to step in and keep that play in, and he does. Picked up by Otengana now. He takes a shot, saved by Sutton, the Homer goaltender. Bounces up in the air, but he manages to glove it for that save. So now we'll switch face-off dots in the Hawks offensive zone. Zweifel, Rogers, and Otengana all still out there. Reed Humphreys is on the net side of the point, and Zweifel will win it back to Gillespie. Gillespie dumps it all the way in. Now Otengana will forecheck the far side. Puck is chipped past him up to Humphreys on the point. Humphreys takes a shot, saved by Sutton. Or Warren, excuse me. Hunter Warren, the Homer goaltender, looking pretty decent out there, making a couple early saves here. We're only about 3 minutes into this hockey game. Hawks have kept the puck in the Homer zone most of it so far. Zweifel's still out there to take the face-off. And now Zweifel will chip it over to Otengana, and Otengana will try to pass up to Humphreys, who will just keep it in the zone. Play is eventually chipped out to Humphreys. He carries it into the zone again, steps to the far side, and wheels it around the Homer defenseman. Humphreys still fighting for it behind the net, but now he'll lose it up, and Otengana will replace him. Rogers moves into forecheck. He skates past the play, and now Otengana's forechecking again. Zweifel on the far side, steps up here. Play gets passed, stopped by Otengana, so the puck doesn't leave the zone. Now Zweifel picks up the puck on the point. He steps to the middle. He fires a shot, saved by Warren. Another good save by the Homer goaltender. Hawks will get a line change here. 11:10 left in the first period. It's Shivers, Squires, and Scott all out there for the Hawks. And they'll take another offensive zone faceoff. Shivers loses the faceoff. Back to Menke of the Homer Mariners, but picked up in the corner by Squires. Squires is knocked off the play, and now the puck is passed up. Moving down the ice is Williamson for the Homer Mariners. He dumps it into the zone. Now Gillespie picks it up in the corner. He passes out in front of his net, knocked off a Homer stick by Scott and dumped back in. Gillespie behind his own net, looks to carry it up. Now he circles around the other way, pass to Squires. Squires loses it, and it's dumped back in by Douglas Dean of the Homer Mariners. Scott now goes for a check. He knocks his man off the puck, and now Hayden Shivers hits the man off the puck, but Homer still has possession down in the Houston zone. In the corner now, still fighting for it. Hayden Shivers chips it out, stopped on the point by Menke, and chipped back into the zone. But now it's picked up by Riley Scott. He'll move it the other way. Moving through the neutral zone, carries it in and dumps it. Now Hawks will forecheck. Scott gets a line change. Squire's still out there forechecking. He just gets a piece of it, and it's going to go all the way down, but no icing on the play. Or, just kidding, it looks like the refs are going to call that icing. Interesting call, seeing as how Squires actually deflected that with the stick in the Hawks' offensive zone. But it is what it is, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. Zweifel, Rogers, and Otengana out there for the Hawks. Shivers and Humphreys on defense. Now Zweifel ties up his man. Puck gets back to Weston for the Mariners. Stopped on the far side by Reed Humphreys. Plays on the boards now as Otengana fights for it. It's carried into the corner by the Homer Mariners, and Rogers will head to the far side to forecheck. Chipped up to the far side, and now Zweifel will pick the puck up. He'll step to the middle. Tries a shot, but it's knocked off the stick by Weston. Reed Humphreys gets it on the point, deflected away from the net. Now Zweifel has in the corner. He'll fire a shot, saved by Warren. Deflected by a Homer Mariner, but kept in the zone by Zweifel. Zweifel to Otengana. Otengana with the pucks, carries it around. Passed over, knocked off one of the Hawks' sticks by defenseman Weston. Now Hayden Shivers chips it to Zweifel in the neutral zone. Zweifel hit hard there on the boards and now dumped in by the Mariners. Hayden Shivers again picks it up, passes to Reed Humphreys. He'll try a chipped out, but blocked by the ref. Now Rogers tries to chip it to the middle, but it's picked up by Kutzniff. And Hayden Shivers delivers a huge check to the head of Kozman. We're going to have a head contact penalty on Hayden Shivers. So Hayden Shivers is going to go into the box for a head contact penalty. Just looks like it's just going to be 2 minutes. And the Hawks will go on the kill. It's going to be Tyler Shivers and Isaiah Squires with Gillespie and Humphreys on defense. Hawks will have their first kill of the night with 9:12 remaining in the first. Shivers is tied up, won by the Mariners. Up to Weston on the point. Weston passes down to Ross. Ross up to Weston. Back to Ross. Ross steps in. Shot. Saved by Nix. Another save by Nix. And now he'll freeze it there for a stoppage in play. Homer cycling it well on this power play. And we'll have another defensive zone faceoff. 12 seconds have ticked off the Houston penalty kill. And now Shivers will take a defensive zone faceoff. This time he wins it back to Humphreys, and Humphreys will dump it around and out of the zone to clear it for the Hawks. Good clear there by Reed Humphreys. Warren behind his own net plays it. Now Squires is forechecking. Passed up to Homer on the boards. They chip it out to the neutral zone and now move into Houston's offensive zone. It's Kozman. He steps into the zone. Humphreys hits him on the boards there. It's dumped around. Now Squires is fighting for it on the far side. Homer passes to the middle and takes a shot on JP Nix. And a save is made and he'll freeze it. Good save by Nix. Puck was centered out to the slot there by the Homer Mariners, and they fire 2 quick shots on Nix. But he remains solid in net thus far for the Hawks. 1:17 remaining in the Houston penalty kill. It's Tyler Shivers to take the faceoff again. Still out there with Squires. Homer appears to have had a line change. Now they'll win the faceoff back to Menke. Menke steps into the zone, passes it down, but a centering attempt is made and it's just cleared out of the zone. Dean passes it across to Menke for the Mariners. Up to the red line, back to Menke. Menke on his own blue line, carries it to the middle. And now into the Houston defensive zone. Passes back to Dean. Dean steps to the middle. He's got lots of room, deflected away from the net. Now Pittman in the far corner. He has it for the Mariners. He passes up to Menke on the point. Menke down to Pittman. Ottengana's now out there killing with Tyler Shivers. Pass back up to Menke. Menke across. And now Tyler Shivers will almost clear the zone off that deflection, but it's dumped in. Ottengana applying some pressure. It's back up to Menke. Menke's taking shots off Reed Humphreys' skates. Now Ottengana picks it up and fires it all the way down the ice. And Shivers will get a line change. Just 26 seconds remaining in this penalty for the Hawks. Ottengana out there. Pass made by the Mariners. Deflected by Austin Zweifel. And now he'll dump it into the Mariners zone. Ottengana forechecking with 13 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Pass up to Warren of the Mariners. Warren across. And now Nevak carries it in. He steps to the middle and fires a shot. Saved by Nix. Rebound wide of the net. It's behind the net for the Hawks now. Houston is now full strength on the play as the puck remains behind the Houston net. Zweifel picks it up and chips it around. Now Ottengana goes to his boards, but puck is fired in at JP Nix. He makes a good save there with his glove. Just keeps it out of the net. Hawks still looking for a clear. They're now full strength, but the puck has remained in their zone for far too long, and it's knocked wide of the net. Scott in his own zone looking to clear. Passes up to Austin Zweifel. Zweifel just gets it out of the zone. He'll ice it down. The Hawks will get the line change. Good play by Zweifel. Hawks definitely needed a clear on that play. So with 6:42 remaining in the first period, the Hawks will look for a bit of a reset here as they were killing off that penalty, had lost a little bit of that offensive momentum they had going. It's Shivers, Scott, and Squires out there with Gillespie and Hayden Shivers on defense. They'll take a defensive zone faceoff against Nevak of the Mariners. And Nevak will win it to his wing. Deflected up, stopped on the point there. Now Shivers is fighting for it. He has it just inside the blue. He carries it up, dangles through 2 of the Mariners players, and now begins the offensive attack. Shivers carries it in. Dean fighting for it in the corner with him. Dean will wheel it around. Now Squires moves in the forecheck. It's passed up to Lowe. Hayden Shivers steps in and hits Lowe on the boards, and now Nevak will check Tyler Shivers. Around in the far corner, on the blue line, Gillespie just keeps it in. Now it's a 2-on-2 for the Hawks. Gillespie has it in the zone. Carries it into the corner. Hawks look like they got a line change on that play. Gillespie still in the corner fighting for it against the entire Mariners team, it looks like. Nevak eventually picks it up. Gillespie will move out of the zone. And they'll try a pass to Lowe at the center ice that just gets deflected by Gillespie's skate. Now it's picked up by Hayden Shivers in his D zone. He carries it out and makes a hit there. Puck on the red line for Lowe. Lowe carries it around and moves into the Houston D zone. Stopped there by Zweifel, and now Humphreys comes in to help out. Humphreys fighting forward in the corner. Puck is shot across the goal line and now picked up by Squires on the far point. Back into the corner. Hayden Shivers forechecking in. Puck squirts to the middle, saved by Nix. They shoot, they score. Puck was passed right to the middle there. And the play was initially stopped by JP Nix, but then eventually it was deflected up into the middle, and a Homer Mariners skater was there to put away the final rebound. So with 5:30 remaining in the first period, the Mariners will go up by 1. So Gilliam will get the goal for the Mariners. A couple of assists from his teammates. And we're going to take a bit of a stoppage in play here as they wait to clear the ice. So we'll be back shortly as the live broadcast for the Houston Hawks continues. It's the Hawks 0, the Mariners 1. We'll be back in a moment.
Shame, shame, shame.
We're back with the Houston High Hockey live broadcast here from the Kevin Bellis Center in Homer. Ice is cleared, so now Shivers will take the neutral zone faceoff, and he'll lose it back to the Mariners. Williamson for the Mariners, dumps it back to Menke, and now Scott will forecheck. Scott in the corner, passes pucked up, stopped by Humphreys on the point. Humphreys over to Scott. Scott now forechecks it into the corner, still battling for it there. Puck squirts out to the point, and it's chipped all the way down the ice. We should have an icing on that play, and we will. They're having an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. 5:09 remaining in the first period. Shivers, Scott, and Squires all still out there for the Hawks to take the offensive zone face-off. They're lining up Humphreys on the near side. And now Shivers gets ready for the face-off. Shivers will lose it back. Picked up by Dean and passed around. Stopped by Squares. Now picked up on the far side and chipped out. Carried through the neutral zone by Kuzmin. He dumps it into the zone, and it's in the corner for the Mariners. Humphreys goes in there, knocks him off the puck. Now Humphreys picks it up in his own zone and gets it into the neutral zone. Carries it around to the far side, steps in to the far side on the circle. Shot! Oh, Scott was just there, but the play was broken up by the Mariners defense. Kuzmin now for the Mariners, leads the odd man rush back into the Hawks zone. Tyler Shivers was stepped back to play defense and knocks the play up. Now Kuzmin has it in the corner for the Mariners. He's stopped there by Humphreys as the Hawks continue to battle for possession of the puck. Passed up to Squires. Squires over to Scott. They fail to clear the zone. Picked up by Warren on the point. Shot up into the rafters, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 4:20 remaining in the first period. And we may or may not have a neutral zone faceoff here, depending on who they determined it tipped off of. And they're going to say it tipped off the Hawks, which looks like the right call. And so we'll have a defensive zone faceoff. It's Zweifel, Rogers, and Ghana out there for the Hawks. And we're going to have to redo that face-off. Looks like one of the refs wasn't quite ready. So we'll drop the puck again in the Hawks D zone. Ottengana will take the face-off. He'll lose it over to the Mariners' wing. Into the middle, picked up by Gillespie. Now Gillespie moves with the puck into the neutral zone. Gillespie dumps it in, and now he forechecks and still ends up with the puck in the corner, but he'll lose an edge into the corner. Passed up to Weston. Puck is chipped up and into the neutral zone, picked up by Shivers. Shivers has it in Hawks' own zone. He'll chip it up into the neutral zone for the Hawks. Now Zweifel attacks the puck, and it's picked up by Ottengana. Ottengana's stick is slashed out of his hands. We're going to have a penalty against the Mariners, and Rogers gets the puck and shoots it just wide. Now the Mariners will pick it up. We'll have a stoppage in play and a penalty against the Mariners for a slash. Looks like it's going to be Tim Blakely of the Mariners. Should end up with an offensive zone faceoff for the Hawks. With 3:47 remaining in the first period, they'll go on a 2-minute power play. Shivers, Zweifel, Humphreys, Hayden Shivers. We need one more forward out there. It's going to be Otten. It's going to be Ottengana for the Hawks out there. Shivers will win the faceoff back to Zweifel. Zweifel dumps it down to Hayden Shivers. Hayden Shivers carries it around, takes a shot, deflected up and out. Now Tyler Shivers has it on the far side, passes to Humphreys. Humphreys steps to the middle, back to Tyler Shivers. Tyler Shivers just gets the puck out of the zone. Hawks will have to regroup. Now Humphreys has it, passes over to Hayden Shivers. Hayden Shivers steps into the zone, takes a shot, saved by Warren. Into the corner for the Mariners. Hayden Shivers and Tyler Shivers down there. Squires is moving in to help out. And now it's picked up by Tyler Shivers and squirts out to Humphreys on the point. Humphreys down to Tyler Shivers. He has it in the corner. He passes out to Squires. He'll play the puck there and pass around to Shivers. Shivers at the hash marks, now steps up, passes to Reed Humphreys on the point. Humphreys fires a shot, deflected wide of the net, and picked up on the far side by Homer. Now the puck is tried to dump out, but Humphreys stops it on the blue line. Picked up by Zweifel. He moves in. And it looked like he might have been hooked, but there's no penalty on the play, and the Mariners will dump it out. Mariners get a line change. Humphreys back to carry the puck around. Have a few line changes for the Hawks. Humphreys behind his own net. Carries it around, starts the breakout. Loops back around to buy himself some more time. Now carries it out and passes to Austin Zweifel. Zweifel knocked off the stick. Puck's behind him, and it's dumped back in by the Mariners. 38 seconds remaining in the Hawks power play. Humphreys behind his own net carries it out, chips it around low of the Mariners, and picks it up on his own blue line. Now he steps into the neutral zone, picked up by Zweifel. Zweifel carries it into the zone, steps to the middle. Stopped by the Mariners, dumped all the way down, 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Hawks have maybe time enough for one more rush as JP Nix is behind his net, and there's no Hawks defenseman there. Missed communication as Humphreys got a line change, and there was no one to pick up that puck for JP Nix. 8 seconds remain in the power play as the penalty will all but expire, and the Hawks now have it in the offensive zone full strength. Squires now forechecks. Play is dumped out of the zone, and all the way down, Gillespie will pick it up. Gillespie has it in the neutral zone. He steps across the blue line. Gillespie on the far side takes a shot, saved by Warren. Picked up by Menke of the Homer Mariners and around. Now Menke has it in the middle. He passes up to Weston. Weston moves to the neutral ice. He steps into the Hawks offensive zone. Hayden Shivers there. Steps up, knocks the puck off his stick, and now Squires looks to knock it off his stick, but is packed up to Weston on the point. Weston takes a shot, saved by Nix. Great save by the stick. Dumped back into the corner by the Mariners. In the corner now is Hayden Shivers. He looks to battle and get that puck out, but it's picked up by the Mariners on the far side. Mariners try a centering pass, gets deflected away from the net. Now Tyler Shivers is going in the corner. He's knocked off the puck, passed down to Blakely in the corner. Behind the net, steps to the middle, saved by Nix. Squires has it on the far side, kept in the zone by the Mariners, but Squires picks it up and passes to Tyler Shivers. Shivers will take him on 1-on-3. He's knocked off the puck and it's dumped in. Mariners have it in the corner, 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Passed up, Hayden Shivers tries to keep it in. It's just outside the zone. 4 Hawks players all on this blue line right now as Homer regroups. Now Rogers will forecheck in, passed out, and it missed. Zweifel goes all the way down, will have an icing. So 23 seconds remaining in the first period here. Hawks have an offensive zone face-off. Don't forget that in between periods, we should have your stats of the first period. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And I'd like to say that the Houston High Hockey broadcast is sponsored by Ace Waterwells. Mariners win the faceoff back behind the net and look to dump it out. On the boards now, chipped away from Gillespie and all the way down to be picked up by Reed Humphreys in the corner. Humphreys has it on the far side. He skates around with it and dumps it out to Otengana. Otengana misses it. It was in the air, and now it's dumped back in by Homer. 6 seconds remaining in this first period. Picked up by Gillespie behind his own net. 3 seconds, chipped out, and the first period is over. So after one, the Mariners have gotten 1 goal, and the Hawks trail by 1. It's Homer 1, Hawks 0. Stay tuned for your first intermission stats and for your second period of Hawks hockey. Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast game between the Mariners and the Hawks tonight at the Homer Ice Arena here on the Spit. Let's look at our first period stats. Homer had 1 goal to the Hawks 0, and Homer also outshot the Hawks 14-8 in the first period. Faceoffs, Hawks won 7, Homer won 9, and both teams had 2 penalty minutes apiece. First period events. In the first period, Hayden Shivers had a head contact penalty early that the Hawks were able to just kill off, but then the Homer goal came not long after that penalty expired, as Tyler Gilliland for Homer buried the puck off of a rebound that was sent out in front of the net. Homer also had a penalty in the period. It was on Tim Blakely for slashing. Hawks had an all-right power play but weren't able to convert, and so the score remains 1-0. Hawks applied a lot of offensive pressure in that first period, but Homer threw a couple lucky bounces and some good defensive zone, or some good offensive zone time for Homer. Definitely applied some serious pressure to the Hawks. JP Nix made some really nice saves and is looking pretty solid in net. Hawks have yet to find a way to expose Hunter Warren, but not for lack of trying. Hawks have had lots of chances here in this first period. So they'll definitely look to keep the puck down in Homer's zone in the second and really capitalize off some of these rebounds that Warren is letting out. A lot of big leg saves. If Hawks can find that backdoor play, they will be able to score those goals. We're going to be on a break for about 10 more minutes as we wait for the second period of play to start. So go ahead and stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and when we come back, we'll bring you the second period of Hawks hockey from the Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer. It's the Homer Mariners 1, the Houston Hawks 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of all ages, welcome to Houston Hawks Hockey.
Welcome back to the Houston iHockey Live broadcast from the Kevin Bell Center here in Homer, Alaska. We're about ready for the start of the second period. Hawks still trail by 1 heading into the second period. Also, bit of a side note, go ahead and credit the assist on Homer's goal to number 9, Charlie Tapin. Hawks looking to turn it around a little bit here heading into the second period. Lots of offensive pressure, but unfortunately struggled a little bit on the defensive side of the puck. Need to work on clearing out the zone once we get it stuck in there. We had 10 defensive zone turnovers in that first period, excuse me. Both teams are finishing their stretching and heading to their respective benches. And we're getting ready to start the second period of play. Shivers, Scott, and Squires all out there on forward for the Hawks. Humphreys and Hayden Shivers out there on defense. For the Mariners, starting the second period, looks like it's going to be Kuzman, Carey, Warren, Ross, and Menke. So we're dropping the puck for the second period, and here we go. Tyler Shivers wins it back to Hayden Shivers, and Hayden Shivers will dump it up to Squires. Squires has it in the neutral zone, and it's chipped forward and dumped into the Hawks zone. Humphreys goes around to the far side to play the puck, picked up there by Warren and dumped back around. Now Squires has it on the far side for the Hawks, tries to chip it up, turned over to the Mariners. Squires knocks his man off the puck, and the puck is sky dumped out of the zone and up to Ross, and the Mariners will regroup. They'll dump it back to Hayden Shivers, and now Hayden Shivers will pass it up to Riley Scott, but it's broken up in the middle by Kuzman and carried into the zone. Shot is fired just wide of the net, and now it's on the far side. Isaiah Squires is up there on the top of the circle battling for it, chipped through by Kuzman. Kuzman in the corner, knocked off the stick by Hayden Shivers. Kuzman behind the net tries a center, stopped by Austin Zweifel. Now the puck's in the corner. Zweifel fighting for it, but it's picked up by Humphreys, and now he carries it to the middle. Humphreys zooms through the neutral zone into the offensive zone for the Hawks and fires a shot that's knocked away by Warren. Hawks still forechecking. Zweifel knocks his man off the puck, and it's dumped back in by Humphreys. Around the far side, Ottengana battling for it there. Play's broken up, and now Homer will try to break it out. Chipped up by Ottengana, but now Homer maintains possession, and they'll try to carry it around. Humphreys knocks him off the puck, but it's picked up again in the middle. Shot saved by Nix. Great save there. Ethan Pitzman stepped through about 3 Hawk skaters through a variety of dekes and chips off the glass until he got right in front of JP Nix, the Hawks tender, but Nix smothers it right into the stomach. And the score will remain where it was at. 13:38 remaining in this second period. Zweifel's line out there to take the defensive zone faceoff. Now Ottengana fighting for it at the top of the circle. One to the middle. Rogers misses the poke check. Dumped in. Saved by Nix. Humphreys has it and dumps it around to Zweifel, but he'll just miss the puck. Kept in by the Mariners. They fire one wide of the net. Now it's picked up in the far corner. Turner centers it into the middle. Wide open in front and just wide of the net. Behind the net, JP Nix looking for it. Can't find it. Deflected out to the Homer defenseman and dumped back in. Rogers fighting for it. Weston of the Mariners picks it up and dumps it into the zone. And now Humphreys will skate around to the far side to play it. Zweifel moving there, knocks his man off. Ottengana tries to carry it up with one hand, but plays knocked off his stick. Humphreys in his own zone. Flips it out to the neutral zone. Ottengana has a breakaway. He's 1-on-0 with the goalie. Ottengana steps in, fires a slap shot right into Warren's chest for the save. So we'll have a defensive zone, or an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. 12:50 remaining in the second. And now Tyler Shivers' line is out there to take the face-off. Tyler Shivers lining up against Homer Mariners center. Up at the point now. Hayden Shivers takes it and dumps it all the way in. Picked up at the far side by Dean. Now around. Homer still has possession at the back, tries a breakout, stopped by Gillespie and dumped back in, but it squirts out past him. Now Hayden Shivers takes it and dumps it all the way down. Hawks will forecheck. Tyler Shivers comes around the net. Pins his man to the glass there. Now chipped out to Karenson. And on the wing. Passed up to Shivers. He knocks it up, but it's picked up by Nevak. He moves to the neutral zone. Gets it past Hayden Shivers. He's in the Hawks corner. Centers to the middle, but Humphreys was there to break up that pass. Excuse me, Gillespie was there. Now the Hawks have it in the middle. It's Riley Scott on a one-on-one. He carries it into the zone. He has it in the corner. He tries a centering attempt that's stopped. Now Homer carries it the other way. Hayden Shivers fights for it. Deked pass. Now Austin Zweifel has it in his own zone. He'll look to carry it around the net, chips it around, but Rogers is beat there by the Homer skater. Riley Scott has it around on the far side. He's hitting for the boards. He's fighting for it there. Now Gilliland for the Mariners is in the corner fighting for it. Eventually picked up by Scott and centered to Rogers. Rogers fails to clear it. Mariners keep it in. Gillespie now has it behind his net. He'll freeze it there, looking for some space. Passes off the boards. It's picked up by Ottengana in the neutral zone. Ottengana chips it to Zweifel, but Zweifel's beat by Williamson. Now stopped by Ottengana, kept in the zone for the Hawks. Eventually broken out by the Mariners. Gillespie tries to dump, but it rolls off a stick, and now Ottengana will forecheck. Ottengana chips it to Tyler Shivers. Tyler Shivers steps to the middle, broken up by Gilliland, and dumped around for the Mariners. Stopped by Ottengana on the boards, dumped back down. Mariners have it in the corner, dump it around. Reed Humphreys steps in to keep the puck in the zone. It's in the corner for the Hawks. Rogers is fighting for it in the corner, picked up by Humphreys. He wheels to the middle, fires it into the slot, but it's wide of the net. Ottengana forechecking the far side. Good hit there by Ottengana, knocks him off the play. Now Shivers breaks up the play, but it's out of the zone. Gillespie will play it back, and now the Mariners are coming the other way. Stepped into the zone. Gilliland loses the puck. Now Rogers carries it up and ices it all the way down. Off a defensive zone face-off for the Hawks. 10:39 remaining in the second period. Score still remains 1-0. Tyler Shivers, Squires, and Scott all out there for the Hawks. They'll take a defensive zone face-off here. Rogers panicked a little bit with the puck and sent it all the way down. Hawks could use a line change and a stoppage and play, though. Ends up being a net worth of a good play, and now it's dumped in by Homer and wide of the net. Warren has it in the far corner for the Mariners. Up to Weston. Weston fires a shot, deflected by Hayden Shivers and iced down by Reed Humphreys. We'll have another defensive zone face-off. Hawks have been really good tonight with the pucks in the Homer offensive zone, but have really struggled to clear their zone here so far tonight. So now Shivers still out there to take the face-off against Warren. Kuzman and Pitzman also out there for the Mariners. He steps to the middle and he scores. Kuzman of the Mariners gets the puck right off the face-off and fires one that goes 5-hole on JP Nix. So now the Mariners will go up by a score of 2-0. Quick face-off win, quick shot. That's the way you draw that play up. Great play by the Homer captain. So now Austin Zweifel out there to take the face-off with Ottengana and Rogers. And Zweifel will win it, picked up by Ottengana. Ottengana carries it in and dumps it down, gloved by Warren and frozen. So that goal is going to go to Dmitry Kuzman off an unassisted goal at 10:21 in the second period. Hawks now with an offensive zone face-off. It's Zweifel, Rogers, and Ottengana out there. Humphreys and Gillespie on defense. Zweifel takes the face-off, ties it up, one back by the Mariners, and behind the net. Now Rogers knocks his man off the puck, off some good positioning, and passed around. Ottengana to the far side. Reed Humphreys just keeps it in the zone and dumps it down. Zweifel carries it around. Into the middle, Rogers misses the puck, and now it's carried around by the Mariners. It's a one-on-one with Reed Humphreys. He tries to step through, but it's knocked off by Reed Humphreys' skate. Pass to the middle, broken up, and now Zweifel has it on the far side. Zweifel passes it up to Rogers, stopped by the linesman's skate. Moved back into the zone by the Mariners. Picked up by Rogers. Rogers to Zweifel at the red line. Zweifel dumps it down, and he'll forecheck. Zweifel looking to forecheck Menke. Menke stops and loops it around, and now moves the other way for the Mariners. Passes it up, and dumped into the zone by Nevak. Hayden Shivers has it. He passes up to Riley Scott. Scott to Shivers, and now Shivers starts a neutral zone rush. He carries it around, as Rogers gets a change and dumps it in. Behind the net, Menke picks it up for the Mariners and passes it around. Now Shivers looking to forecheck. Scott knocks it off his stick, and Shivers dumps it in. Scott moving down into the corner, passed around to Pitzman, and then back around as the Mariners move it up the other side. Homer forward missed that puck, and it'll be sent all the way down the ice, and we will have an icing call. That'll move it back to the Hawks' offensive zone. 8:54 remaining in the second period. Hawks still trail by 2. Shivers, Scott, and Squires out there on forward. Hayden Shivers and Reed Humphreys on defense. They'll take a face-off against Gilliland of the Mariners. Shivers loses the face-off back. Dumped around the zone to Pitzman. He has it now. Loses it behind his net as Shivers is forechecking. Shivers tries to center, but Scott just misses it. And now it's up to Humphreys on the point. Humphreys steps down through the skates, passes in the front, and Squires just misses the open net. Chipped out of the zone. Hayden Shivers dumps it in. Hawks clear the zone and begin the forecheck. Shivers will get a line change. 2 Hawks skaters moving into forecheck. Up to Humphreys. He dumps it into the zone. Hawks clear and then begin another forecheck. Squires now moves it into the zone. It's dumped around. Back around behind the net now. Zweifel forechecks. He knocks him off the puck. Picked back up by Homer and sent around to number 19, Alan Ross. Passed up, collected by Humphreys on the red line. Humphreys has it, passes up to Rogers. It's deflected out into the Houston bench. We'll have a stoppage in play. Bollinger saves Kai Kingery, the granola cruncher himself, from a puck to the chest there with the blocker. Even when they're not on the ice, goalie's job never stops, I guess. Good save by Bollinger on the bench. Now Zweifel takes the face-off in the neutral zone. One back to Humphreys and poked away by the Mariners. Gillespie chips it up. Doesn't clear the zone. Zweifel now has it on the hash marks. He's fighting for it there. Gets behind the net. Mariners center it to the point. Weston fires a shot over the net. Around the other side is Warren. Dumps it back to the far side. Shot, no goal. Good save by Nix. Rogers now has it on the hash marks and looks to clear it. Zweifel carries it up, but knocked off the puck and now dumped to Humphreys. Humphreys chips it up into the rafters, and we'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Hawks. 7:31 remaining in the second period now. Refs making sure that Nix's net is on and secure. We're halfway through this second period now. Homer has managed one more goal against the Hawks. Hawks still have yet to put one up on the board. Zweifel, Ottengana, and Rogers out there. And Zweifel loses the faceoff, but it's chipped out of the zone by the Mariners. Now Ottengana forechecks into the zone. Menke behind his own net, looks for some time, steps around to the far side, passes it up. Knocked off the play by Zweifel, good hit there, and eventually collected by the Mariners at their blue line, moved into the neutral zone. Picked up by Blakely and dumped in on Nix, who makes a save and deflects it into the corner. Now Weston has the puck, he is in the middle, he's got lots of space, passes up to his defenseman and dumped into the zone by the Mariners. Turner misses the puck and Humphreys will collect it behind the net, he'll dump it around, and all the way down the ice for an icing. Another defensive zone face-off for the Hawks here. 6:52 remaining in the second. Hawks will get a line change here, as Shivers, Scott, and Squires are out there to take the defensive zone face-off. One to the side and passed up to Pitzman on the point. Pitzman passes across. Homer shoots and deflected into the corner. Now picked up in the far corner by Homer. Pass to the middle. Wide open in front. Fires it over the net. Gillespie on the far side battling for it. Chips it up. Collected by Pitzman on the point and dumped back in. Novak passes it out to Lowe. Right in front of the net. Nix makes the save. And play will be frozen. Excellent save by Nix. Deflection is chipped up and Nix just makes the save with his glove. Mariners are running rampant in the Hawks zone right there. Great passing by Homer as they managed to get the puck right in front to the slot and fire off a quick shot on Nix. Same line still out there for the Hawks. Gilliland, Tappan, and Williamson out there for the Mariners. And Shivers wins it to the side. Hayden Shivers there, makes a big hit. Now Tyler Shivers has it right in the middle. He carries it out, passes to Squires. Squires carries it to the neutral zone and dumps it in. He's knocked off the puck. Now the puck's behind the net, collected by Riley Scott. Scott centers it out to Tyler Shivers in front. They score! Isaiah Squires with his first high school goal. Puck squirts in the middle, and he puts it far side. They've got the proximity goal, and it is down to 1. Great goal by the Hawks, and a timely one, too. Riley Scott carries it out of the corner. Puck squirts out to Tyler Shivers, who chips it to Squires of the middle, and Squires fires a backhand that will go in the far side on the goalie, Hunter Warren.
13.
So it's a goal from Squires, assists from Shivers and Scott. And the first goal of the Houston varsity season is the freshman Squires' first ever high school goal. Puck deflected almost into the forklift play-by-play booth. Luckily, it missed me and my cameraman because I do not want to take a puck to the face tonight. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 6:07 remaining in the second. Hawks have got the lead down to 1. And now Shivers will take the face-off. Shivers to the side, picked up by Reed Humphreys and around. Reed Humphreys has it on the red line. Fighting for it there is Scott. Scott looks to dump it in. Shipped back to Shivers. Picked up by Warren and dumped all the way into the Hawks zone. Shivers and Warren racing for it. Shivers makes the hit, knocks him off the puck. Now Humphreys picks it around the far side and passes up to Riley Scott. Scott has it, chips it down to Warren. Warren passes to Kutzman in the middle. They score. Quick response from the Mariners. Kutzman gets a pass from Warren right in the slot, and he fires a absolute beautiful shot over the right shoulder of J.P. Nix. Wide open in front of the slot there. Mariners get the score back up to 2. So just like that, it's 3-1 Mariners. And it looks like the Hawks are going to make a goaltender change. Riley Bollinger is going into net to replace J.P. Nix. It's Bollinger's first start for the Hawks. He'll come in with 5:38 remaining in the second period. Zweifels line out there now. He'll take the face-off. Picked up by Rogers, moved into the zone. Rogers dumps it all the way in. Behind his own net is Ross. Ross passes up to Otengana, stopped on the point by Gillespie. He dumps it into the zone. Rogers picks it up on the far side. Rogers tries to chip it out, but now Mariners have it on the far side. They'll move it up. Loses an edge there, Weston. And the Mariners lose the puck to be picked up in the neutral zone and dumped in. Now Gillespie has it behind his own net. Carries it around, loses it there. Weston is forechecking. Now Gillespie maintains possession of the puck. He'll carry it around the other side and then chip it up to Otengana. Passed up to Pitzman, but Otengana intercepts. Now they have the puck just outside the blue line. Nice play by Rogers to keep the puck from being dumped in, but it's carried in then by Pitzman. Out to Weston and dumped into the zone. Mariners are off sides, and they'll have to clear. Big hit there by one of the Hawks skaters out of my periffs. Now Hayden Shivers carries it in, dumps it all the way into the zone. Picked up behind his net by Ross. Ross passes up. Isaiah Squires just misses the check, and now it's carried up by Cusick. Shivers makes a hit there. He accidentally trips his brother Tyler with the stick. And then he makes another hit to knock Kozin off the puck. In the corner, there's 3 Hawk skaters down there. Puck is back, and now Hayden Shivers carries it around to the far side. Gillespie chips it up to Riley Scott. Scott carries it out to the middle to Squires, who just misses it. We're going to have an icing call on the play. 4:16 remaining in the period. We'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Hawks. Tyler Shivers to take the face-off. He's out there with Scott and Squires again. He'll win it to the side and plays attempted dumped in stop by Humphreys. Scott chips it out to Shivers. Shivers just misses it, and now it's picked up by Scott. Scott goes in with Shivers. They got a 2-on-1. Scott carries into the zone across to Shivers. Shivers, oh, play's just broken up by the Mariners defenseman. Squirts out to Ross. He tries to chip it out, gets it just out of the zone. Now it's played in by Gillespie. Squires will dump it all the way in. Weston of the Mariners sends it around to the far side. Humphreys will stop it on the point, knocked down with a high stick by Blake Rogers. We'll have a stoppage in play. It's going to go all the way down off of that. Rogers just smacked that out of the air with the stick. It was definitely above his waist, so play should go all the way down to the Hawks D zone off of that high stick. Now Zweifel out there to take the face off. To the side, Homer fighting for it. They dump it down into the corner, picked up by Reed Humphreys. He's fighting for it now. Three Homer Mariners are all on Humphreys, and now it's stepped to the middle by Williamson. Save made by Bollinger. They score again. Bollinger made the initial save, but it just trickled through the 5-hole and just behind him into the back of the net. So the Mariners will go up 4-1 now with 3:30 remaining in the second period. Williamson of the Mariners was given lots of time to step out of the corner there. He wheeled it around to the middle and fired a wide open shot from the slot on Bollinger that just trickled through the 5-hole. Might have been a screen in front of him too. Refs are having a discussion at center ice. Looks like it's cleared up, so now Zweifel will take the face off. He's out there with Ottengana and Rogers. Humphreys with the puck, carries it into the zone and dumps it all the way down. Zweifel now forechecking. He's sent it to the corner by Menke. Now Ottengana is back there fighting for it. Menke fights them both off and carries it around to the far side. Menke dumps it up, collected by Tarpon, and now Gilliland has it and dumps it all the way in. Gilliland loses an edge, and now Hayden Shivers will fight for the puck over there. Austin Zweifel carries it out and past, and there was almost too many men out there for the Mariners, it looked like. Now picked up by Humphreys. He steps through the neutral zone into the Mariners D zone. He fires a shot, saved by Warren. Great shot by Humphreys, even better save by Warren. In the neutral zone now. Humphreys picks it up again. He's fighting with Kuzman for it. Passes around to Riley Scott. Scott up to Shivers. Shivers steps into the zone, slows it past, and it's stopped by Warren for a stop and play. 2:36 remaining in the second period. Hawks now trailing by a score of 4-1. Tyler Shivers' line will stay out there. They're out there with Hayden Shivers and Noah Gillespie on defense. Tyler Shivers looking to take the face off. Looks like Homer is only servicing 4 players right now. So we have a bit of a delay in the game. Still fighting over who's going to take the face-off. Finally, Williamson takes it. And he ties up Shivers and wins it back. Now Putzman has it behind his own net. Passes up. They have it just inside their blue line. They'll move it out to the neutral zone. Shivers moving in on him. Chips it across, but now it's dumped in by Blakely. We're going to have a penalty against one of the Hawks. Looks like Riley Scott off an interference. Or is it Tyler Shivers? Or is it Homer? No, it looks like we're going to have the penalty on Homer. Looked like it was a bit of a hit out of the corner of play. Initially thought it was going to be a penalty on the Hawks for a checking penalty of some sort. But it looks like instead we're going to have an interference penalty against number 8, Rhodes Turner. So now the Hawks will go on a power play with 2:21 remaining in the second. A goal here is definitely big and definitely necessary if they want to tie this game back up. Shivers now takes the face-off in the D zone. He wins it back. Humphreys stops it on the point. Shivers now picks it up, and the Hawks will set up the power play. Shivers has it. He steps and fires. Now Hayden Shivers gets it, fires it just wide of the net. Zweifel just keeps it in the zone, chips it across to Humphreys, and Humphreys dumps it down. Around to the far side. Hayden Shivers in the corner with it. He's got a little bit of time. Is tied up by Kuzman, kept in the zone. Now Tyler Shivers has it. Passed across and just out of the zone. Hawks will have to regroup. Humphreys has it. He circles around and begins to move through the neutral zone with some speed. Steps to the middle, dangles both Homer defensemen. Steps to the middle and fires one that's deflected wide of the net. Now Squires has it behind the net. He looks to pass it out to Zweifel. Zweifel has it on the point. Circles around, fires a shot, deflected to the middle, saved by Warren. Stick caught that puck and slowed it way down. Almost thought it could trickle through Warren's leg, but Warren smothers it with the glove for a nice save. 1:14 remaining in the penalty on the Mariners. 1:35 remaining in the period. Mariners up by a score of 4-1. Same guys out there. It's Shivers, Otengana, Hayden Shivers, Squires, and Humphreys. And now Otengana carries it up to Humphreys, but the puck bounces over his stick out into the neutral zone. Humphreys now has it. He passes it around, picked up by Hayden Shivers, dumped in. Now the Hawks will go on the forecheck. Hayden Shivers is forechecking. He gets to him around the corner, but they send it out of the zone. Almost kept in by Humphreys, but it squirts out into the neutral zone. Humphreys sky dumps it into the zone. Hawks are off, and now they forecheck. Hayden Shivers moves in. Mariners look to clear, and it bounces over Humphreys' stick again. Unlucky bounces here for the Hawks on this power play. 1:02 remaining in the period. Squires dumps it in. 38 seconds remaining in the power play for the Hawks. Mariners have it and dump it out off of Humphreys' skate and down the ice. One of the Mariners is coming in hard. It looks like it's Gilliland. He's forechecking Humphreys, but Humphreys maintains the puck and carries it out into the neutral zone. Humphreys has it through the neutral zone, steps to the middle, and he's knocked down by Lowe. Carried into the middle and just wide of the net. Hawks almost score off the confusion of that play. Now Squires has it in the corner. He centers it, knocked out, and now Gillespie will just miss keeping it in for the Hawks. Mariners regroup. There's 6 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. They'll carry it all the way down the ice. It's Menke. Menke carries it to the far side. Knocked off the play by Hayden Shivers. Now Menke passes up to Lowe. Lowe has it. He's smothered there by Zweifel. Zweifel passes it back, but the puck gets behind the net. Around to Hayden Shivers. He has it in the far side. 9 seconds remaining. Takes it and ices it all the way down, just off of the net. We'll have an icing call with 3.8 seconds remaining. Hawks had a couple chances on that power play, but could not convert. So it looks like we're going to be going into this third period 4-1. 3.8 seconds remaining. Mariners have just enough time for a quick shot if they win the faceoff. It's Zweifel's line out there. He's out there with Scott and Rogers, actually. Shivers and Gillespie on defense. He's facing off against Kuzman. Mariners are pulling their goalie to get the extra skater on for the faceoff. Weston now moves in to take the faceoff against Zweifel. Zweifel wins it back. That'll pretty much do it for the second period. Nevak carries it to the middle around the net. Time will expire. And that's it for 2. So after 2 periods, the score is 4-1 Mariners. We'll be right back with the second intermission stats. And then the third period of hockey here from the Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast game between the Mariners and the Hawks. I have your second period stats for you. In the second period, the Hawks had 1 goal. The Mariners notched another 3. Mariners outshot the Hawks again, this time 13-9. Face-off, Hawks had 11 face-off wins, and the Mariners had 9. Penalty minutes, Homer had another 2. Hawks had no penalty minutes that period. However, they were not able to capitalize off of that power play. They did, however, get a goal early in the second period. First thing that started it all off was a goal from number 12, Dmitry Kuzmin, assisted by Spencer Warren of the Mariners. Hawks quickly followed it up, though, for first high school goal for Isaiah Squires. Assists from Shivers and Riley Scott. Scott moved in on a forecheck and centered it. Shivers chipped it out to Squires. Squires made a nice backhand shot that went in just outside the leg pad of the Homer goalie Hunter Warren. Mariners were quick to respond, though, as just a few seconds later, Kozin notched his second goal of the night. This one with another assist from Spencer Warren. Right over the top right shoulder of Houston goaltender J.P. Nix. And then Homer notched another quick goal as J.J. Williamson had an assist from Charlie Menke. Menke dug it out of the corner to Williamson. Williamson carried it around to the slot, fired one that just trickled through the 5-hole of the Houston goaltender right now, Riley Bollinger, as Nix was replaced after the third goal. Homer did have 1 penalty in the period. It was on Rhodes Turner. 2 minutes for interference. Hawks, again, were not able to capitalize off that. If the Hawks want to get back in this game, they really need to clear their defensive zone. It's something they've struggled with all night tonight. When they're in the offensive zone, they're moving the puck really well. We just need to get those breakouts in order to limit Homer's scoring chances. We'll have the third period for you when we get back in about 5 minutes. It's the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. Homer 4, Houston 1.
A shame, shame, shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of all ages, welcome to Houston Hawks Hockey.
Welcome back to Houston High Hockey's live broadcast game between the Hawks and the Mariners tonight at Kevin Bell Ice Arena in Homer, Alaska. We're getting set for the third period of hockey here. Hawks are trailing the Mariners by a score of 4-1 right now. Looking to turn around here in the third period. Shivers, Squires, and Scott out there for the Hawks. Kuzmin out there for the Mariners. He's already got 2 goals tonight. And Shivers takes the faceoff. He will win it back, and the play will be chipped into the zone. Now Reed Humphreys picks it up behind his net, passes up to Squires, and it's dumped back in by the Mariners. Shivers now fighting forward in the corner, picked up by Reed Humphreys and around the net. Humphreys flips it out into the neutral zone, passed up to Weston. He dumps it all the way back into the Hawks zone. Bollinger tries to play it but misses. Now it's on the far side. Hayden Shivers passes it around, blocked by Humphreys on the shot. On the hash marks now, they're fighting for it. Carried into the zone by Warren of the Mariners. Bollinger blocks it away from the net. Now Shivers has it on the far side, passes it around out into the neutral zone, picked up by the Mariners, and dumped back in. Now Humphreys has it in the corner, and he carries it out. Humphreys steps into the neutral zone, steps into the middle, moves across the red line, past the blue line, dangles to the middle, fires a shot off the skate into the middle now, and deflected out of the zone back into Houston's zone. And now one of the Williamson is moving in for the Mariners, fires a shot that's saved by Riley Bollinger. What a turn. Humphreys came in and fired a shot for the Hawks right in front of the net, but then Williamson of the Mariners picked the puck up, going the opposite way off of a nice dump. Came in on Riley Bollinger, and fired one that was saved. So now they'll take the face-off in the Hawks D zone. Won by the Mariners. Out to the point. Fired a shot, deflected wide of the net. Out to the side now, they fired one that's saved by Bollinger. Another save by Bollinger, and it's in the corner. Picked up by Gilliland, and out to Menke on the point. Menke fires one, deflected off of a skate. Now it's back in front of the Hawks net. Hawks need a clear here. Rogers fighting for it on the hash marks. Now up to the point to Menke. Menke just keeps it in for the Mariners. It's at the blue line. Dumped back in and around. Now Gillespie collects it on the far side and carries it around to Ottengana. Ottengana to Zweifel in the middle. Zweifel carries it in. Zweifel moves to the center, blocked by the skate, and then Homer, defenseman, loses an edge, but it's knocked out of the zone. Picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie will dump it in. Hawks will get a line change, and Ottengana will start a forecheck. Ottengana moves into the zone, around to the corner. He's passed back to Weston, who has it on the far side. Up to Turner on the point, knocked out, picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie with it, passes up to Humphreys. Humphreys off the skate, now collected and dumped in by the Hawks. Passed across to Blakely. Blakely centers it. Squires is there, but the puck is dumped in by the Mariners. Humphreys and Weston fighting for it in the corner. Humphreys makes a big hit, knocks him off the puck. Now it's sent up to into the corner still. Humphreys still fighting for it. And now Humphreys will carry it out. Steps to the middle, across the red line. Squires has it across the blue, dumps it in on net for a shot, and into the corner. Up to the point, but it makes it past both Hawks defensemen, and it gets all the way down the ice. Now icing on the play, it was shot by the Hawks. Now Noah Plum is out there for the first time tonight and passes it up to Scott. Scott misses the pass, but it's collected by Plum and poked out to the middle. Picked up by Nevak, and a nice save by Bollinger. Around to the far side. Dean has it and dumps it all the way in. Plum chases it down, but now Lowe moves in and knocks him off the puck. Scott has it on the far side, picked up by Zweifel. Zweifel tries to step to the middle, and the Hawks will just clear the zone, and it's dumped back in by the Mariners. Now Plum moves around to the far side, but Nevak beats Ottengana as the puck squirts up the side. Ottengana chips it past to Zweifel. Zweifel's now moving in. They've got a 2-on-2. Zweifel and Ottengana move into the zone. Zweifel fires a shot, save, and knocked into the corner. Around the far side, Zweifel has it. Zweifel fires a shot, another save. Great job by Warren, the Mariners goalie. Attempted dump by Hayden Shivers, doesn't quite make it in, so he sends it back in again. Hawks clear the zone and then begin the forecheck. Rogers moves into the zone on the forecheck, chipped out, passed. Now it's up to Gillespie on the point. Gillespie has room in the middle. He steps into the middle, carries it around, centers it, knocked off the play there. Now Shivers has the puck, he shoots it, and it just goes wide of the net. Nevak picks it up, tries to dump out, but it's stopped off the boards. Now Gillespie has it in the middle, fires a shot, deflected up, and just into the corner. Now it squirts past Gillespie, and Hayden Shivers Looks like we're going to have a penalty on the Hawks. Hayden touched it up in the neutral zone. But it looks like we're going to have a penalty against Blake Rogers of the Hawks for a cross-check. Or we might have coincidental penalties against both teams here. Looks like we got 2 guys in the box. We're 5-on-5. So we've got coincidental minor penalties against Rogers and one of the Homer Mariners I can't quite make out right now. Won by the Mariners, but kept in the zone by the Hawks. Now Menke has it, stopped by Shivers. He dumps it into the corner. Shivers moves it to the center, broken up by the Mariners and around. Picked up on the far side by Squires. Squires out to Hayden Shivers. Shivers fires a shot, saved by Warren. Nice glove save by Warren there. Shivers managed to get a shot from the point off of a pass from Squires, but Warren used the glove to deny him right there. 10:42 remaining in the third period. Another offensive zone for the face-off of the Hawks. They've been applying a lot of pressure in this early minutes of the third. Squires wins it back to Shivers. Shivers fires another shot that's saved by the goaltender Warren. Shivers taking the face-off, and it looks like we might have a timeout from one of the teams. Looks like Homer's going to call timeout, so we're going to use this opportunity to take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back in 1 minute with the Houston High Hockey live broadcast from Homer Ice Arena. It's the Mariners 4, the Hawks 1. And we're back with the Houston High Hockey live broadcast game between the Hawks and the Mariners. 10:39 remaining in this third period. Hawks taking an offensive zone face-off here. It's Tyler Shivers out there. He wins it back to Squires, to Shivers on the point. Shivers fire one, saved by Warren, and then it's knocked wide of the net. Picked up by the Hawks on the far side. And now just gotten out of the zone to Humphreys. Humphreys looks for it and dumps it back in. Around the far side. Squires fighting for it. Knocked off the puck there by Homer. Now Scott's in there. We've got 3 Houston forwards all over there, but the puck squirts up to Humphreys. He fires a shot that just goes wide of the net. Picked up by Homer on the far side. They attempt to clear. It's kept in by Shivers. Now the puck does get out. Stepped up by Hayden Shivers. Houston remains with the puck, but now Scott loses it. It's the Kuzman. 2 goals already tonight. He tries to step through Humphreys. Nice defensive play. Humphreys keeps him from getting that breakaway. Now the puck is behind the Houston net. Tyler Shivers has it. He's tripped up on the play, and we're going to have a penalty against someone. Bit of a scrum in front of the net. So we're going to have to wait for this to clear out until we can see who's getting penalties here. Looks like we're going to have a penalty on both Tyler Shivers just Tyler Shivers. Looks like they're just sent. Oh, no, here we go. Looks like Warren of the Mariners is also going to go to the box. So we're going to have another coincidental. Looks like 2 more coincidental penalties on both teams. Or perhaps a 4-on-4 situation, as both penalties did not occur at the same time. Be interesting to see what happens here. 9:49 remaining in the third period. Refs still looking to sort this out. It looks like we're going to have a 4-on-4 for both teams. No, 5-on-5. So coincidental penalties there. As Zweifel wins the faceoff to Ottengana. Ottengana carries it out, but it's deflected out to the blue line. Now they're fighting for it, and it's dumped into the zone. Hawks have it in the corner. Reed Humphreys pokes it around. Now carries it out. Tries to chip it, but it's knocked off his stick by Williamson. Now Gillespie stops it in the middle off a nice block, and Ottengana carries it out. Now picked up by Humphreys, and Humphreys has a 3-on-1 for the Hawks. Humphreys streaks into the zone. Carries it past both Hawk defensemen, fires a shot. The save is made by Warren. Humphreys carried it all the way in. He might have had Joe Mack on the back door, elected to shoot. looking for Feifel. He had some room there, but Warren made a nice save and smothered him. Good play there for the Hawks. Unfortunately, does not result in a goal. So I have an offensive zone face-off. Austin Zweifel, Ottengana, and Joe Mack now out there on the ice. As Zweifel takes the face-off. He wins it over to Ottengana. Ottengana up to Hayden Shivers. He fires one wide of the net. Joe Mack battling for it on the far side. Beaten off the puck by Menke. Now Ottengana over there fighting for it, and it's dumped around to Turner. Turner loses it. Gillespie picks it up and dumps it in. Now Ottengana's on the far corner looking for it. Ross circles around and passes across to Menke. Menke up to Blakely. Now Hayden Shivers steps in, but he misses it. And the Homer Mariners are streaking down the ice. Weston carries it in. Beats the Hawks defenseman. Fires a shot and scores. What a goal by the Mariners. Weston of the Mariners picks that puck up. Takes it past the Hawks forward. Steps through the zone. And then splits the needle off of a beautiful deke. And just beats Bollinger on the top right corner as he's moving across the net. Great play there for Weston. What a goal. Unfortunately, it means the Hawks are now down by a score of 5-1 with only 8:41 remaining in this third period. Riley Scott out there centering Rogers and Squires. Homer wins the faceoff. Back to Humphreys. Homer at their own blue line. Dumps it into the zone. Now Humphreys has it. Dumps it off the boards. Picked up by Weston. Dumped in offsides. And now it's on net and knocked to the side and picked up by Humphreys. Out into the neutral zone. Homer has it. Now Squires picks it up and dumps it in. Hawks will forecheck. Riley Scott moves into the zone. Around the other side is Blake Rogers. Scott makes a nice hit in the corner. Still fighting for it. Now Rogers has knocked off the puck and Scott picks it up. Scott and Rogers both in the corner are still fighting for it against Novak and one other Homer defenseman. Knocked around to the far side. Humphreys makes a huge hit right there. He absolutely reefs the Homer defenseman. Kept in by Squires and eventually dumped out by the Homer defense. Nate Hutchinson out on the ice dumps it in for the Hawks. Hawks will clear and Homer will break it out. Pitzman carries it up, passes to Nevak. Nevak steps in, fires one on Bollinger from outside the blue. Now dumped around, picked up by Kai Kingery. Or excuse me, Aiden Ottengana, who is wearing Kai Kingery's jersey. He's out to Zweifel, who carries it through the neutral zone. Joe Mack streaking. We have a penalty on the Homer. Blatant call as one of the Homer players hooked Austin Zweifel from behind. And that's going to be another power play for the Hawks. A lot more penalties in this third period as things could start to get a little bit chippy heading into these last minutes. The call is going to be on Isaiah Nevak of the Homer Mariners. Now the Hawks will have another power play opportunity for the first time this period at least. Haven't capitalized yet. They're 0 for 2, but with some great chances. Hoping to turn around that power play stat here. It's Shivers, Ottengana, Hayden Shivers, Isaiah Squires, and Reed Humphreys out there. They're stacking up on the near side of the net. Tyler Shivers wins it over. He passes up to Humphreys. Now Humphreys has a shot in front. He fires one, saved by Warren. Flipped out, but Humphreys keeps it in the zone. Humphreys dumps it down. Picked up by Menke, the Homer defenseman, out and then iced by the Mariners. All the way down, Bollinger comes out to play it. He leaves it off for Humphreys. Humphreys carries it behind the net. He's challenged there by Gilliland, who manages to knock him off the puck, but Shivers comes in to help out and picks it up. Now Shivers moves to the neutral zone. He steps under the blue line, carries it to the middle, fires a shot outside of the net. It's in the corner now. Homer looks to clear off one of the ref's skates almost, it looks like. Now Ottengana fighting for it, but it's just cleared. Looks like we have a broken stick on the play. Now the Hawks move it back into the zone. Hayden Shivers steps in, fires one, saved by Warren. Dumped around to the far side. Picked up in the corner. Ottengana and Hayden Shivers fighting for it. And it'll be cleared all the way down. 1:05 remaining in the power play. Hawks look to regroup. Blakely of the Mariners steps around. Bollinger sends it up to the far side, so now it's picked up by Blakely. Eventually Humphreys manages to get it. Knocks Blakely off the puck, but Homer, low of Homer, will pick it up and dump it back in. Blakely forechecking hard here. He picks it up behind the net. Now he steps around. He fires a shot. Save is made by Bollinger. He'll eventually freeze it there. And Blakely was hammering away at Bollinger's leg pad. We're going to have a scrum in front of the net. Great save by Bollinger as he went out and made the save with his leg pad. Unfortunately for the Hawks, Blakely blew past the Hawks defenders on the penalty kill. Picked it up and almost had the wraparound goal. Good save by Bollinger will keep it out of the net. 6:07 remaining in the third period. 42 seconds remaining on the Hawks power play. They'll take a D-zone face-off here. Tyler Shivers wins it over to Austin Zweifel. Zweifel steps through to the neutral zone, knocked off the puck by Lowe. Lowe dumps it all the way into the zone, and Bollinger stops it behind his net. Now Bollinger dumps it around. Gillespie was about to play it, but Bollinger decided Homer defenseman was too close and dumped it around. Squires hits it over to Zweifel. Zweifel now moves through the neutral zone. Zweifel moves into the zone, into the corner. He carries it around. He's hit into the boards, but maintains possession of the puck. He looks around for it. He shoots! And it looks like we have a save by Warren. I cannot believe it. Well, we have a goal. It looks like we're going to have a goal for the Hawks. Austin Zweifel with his first goal of the season off of an absolutely whack play. But hey, you take what you can get here in the third period. Austin Zweifel carries it in, is stood up behind the net, and then goes for a wraparound. Warren, the Homer goaltender, appeared at first to make the save. Refs couldn't find the puck, but it ended up being in the back of the net, so credit Zweifel with that goal. And the Hawks have shortened the Mariners' lead down 5-2 off of a power play goal by Austin Zweifel. So now Zweifel's line is out there to take the face-off. Zweifel loses it back. Now Menke has it. He carries it around and passes up. It's off the skate and dumped all the way down. No icing on the play. Frozen by Bollinger. I have a defensive zone face-off. Where's my blue pen, Josh? Good stop by Bollinger. Only 5:26 remaining in the third period. Mariners up by a score of 5-2. Austin Zweifel loses the face-off. Back to Bollinger, who makes the save with the glove. We'll have another defensive zone face-off. Weird deflection there. Puck bounced up and Bollinger caught it in his glove. Zweifel takes another face-off. This time he wins it back to his defense. Reed Humphreys in the corner, fighting for the puck. Won by the Mariners in the corner. They pass to the middle. They shoot. Saved by Bollinger. And then the puck is knocked away. Good defensive play by the Hawks. Now Aiden Nagana has it in the neutral zone. Carries it in. Dumps it down. Hawks will forecheck. Puck goes around the net. Rogers in there. He misses the puck. But now Tyler Shivers gets it on the far side. He's messing with it. Big hit by Shivers. But the puck squirts out to the Mariners. Picked up by Pitzman. He steps across and almost fires one over to Warren. But it's broken up by Gillespie. Puck squirts out to Bollinger, the Hawks goalie. Now it's up to the point. Rogers fighting for it. Now Gillespie has it, and the puck is dumped out. Tyler Shivers is forechecking. Passed across to Menke. Menke has it for the Mariners. He dumps it out. Now picked up by Ottengana, and Ottengana passes across to Gillespie. Gillespie looks for the regroup, passes up to Ottengana. Ottengana to Shivers. Shivers carries it into the zone, fires a shot, saved by Warren. Laser of a shot by Shivers there. Great wrist shot. Warren just caught enough of it with the glove to freeze it for the offensive zone faceoff. 4:26 remaining in the third period. Tyler Shivers out there with Scott and Squires. Humphreys and Hayden Shivers on defense. Shivers loses the faceoff. Out to Humphreys on the point. Humphreys knocks it down to Shivers. Shivers dumps it down to Scott. Scott knocked off the puck, but now picked up by Shivers, and he loses it back to the Mariners. Now Weston has it. Humphreys moves up and knocks him off the play. Isaiah Squires has it and dumps it into the zone. Isaiah Squires, someone went for a check on him, but he said, "No, thank you, sir," and knocked that Mariners player down to the ground. Now Squires has it and dumps it back in for the Hawks, and they'll forecheck. Scott moves into the corner. He's met there by Weston, who knocks it around for the Mariners. Scott still forechecking. Good play by Squires on the boards to pick it up. Scott has it in the middle. It's knocked back into the corner by the Homer defense. Up to Turner. Turner flips it straight out of the rink. Looks like he was trying to bounce it off the glass, but ended up just flipping it straight out over the glass. So we're going to have an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. 3:45 remaining in the third period. Mariners up 5-2. Just like to remind you again that one of our sponsors for today's broadcast is Ace Water Wells. If you'd like to sponsor, please email us for more information or see Miss Humphreys or Isaac Smolden for more details. Mariners win the face-off and have it out into the neutral zone. And now Gilliland for the Mariners dumps it down. Gillespie fighting him there for it in the corner. Won by Gillian. He's in the corner fighting for it. Squirts out and now picked up by Rogers. Rogers tried to pass up to Ottengana. Ottengana misses the pass. Humphreys picks it up and dumps it down. Now Ottengana's on a foot race with Pitzman. Ottengana wins the race, but he's knocked off the puck by Pitzman. Squirts up to the corner. Zweifel has it. Zweifel circles around. Zweifel at the blue line, dumps it in. Picked up by Ottengana. He dumps it further into the corner for the Hawks. He's got it behind the net. Pokes it past the Mariners defenseman. He's got it in the far corner. Tries to center it up to Gillespie, but broken up by the Mariners. Zweifel goes for a check, but is knocked to the ground. Now Gilliland passes it up, but Humphreys picks off the play and now moves it himself up through the neutral zone. Williamson knocks, and then Zweifel makes a huge hit on Williamson. Great hit by Zweifel. He's just knocked off the puck. He passes up to Humphreys. Humphreys uses the skate to kick it off into the defensive zone. Menke has it in the corner. He's battling Humphreys there. Menke wins the battle, now carries it out of his zone. He's got it at the blue. He's got it through the neutral zone, and he dumps it into the Hawks zone. Good hit there by Riley Scott to knock him off the puck. Squires has it in his own corner and circles around. He tries to pass out to Riley Scott. Scott just misses it with the foot. Now he's battling for it. Now Shivers has it on the neutral zone. He's looking to regroup for the Hawks. Passes back to Hayden Shivers. Hayden Shivers on his own blue. Carries it across the red. Carries it into the zone. Shivers dumps it all the way down, and now Scott has it in the far corner. Scott is hit by Ross, the homer defenseman. Stopped on the point by Gillespie to keep it in. Now Tyler Shivers has it in the slot, but it's broken up. Squires gets a stick on it. Hawks still have it. Off the post for Shivers. Now Squires has it in the middle. He dumps it into the far corner. Great forecheck here by the Hawks. Mariners eventually collect it and just clear the zone. Stepped up by Hayden Shivers. He keeps the puck in the neutral zone. Now it's picked up by Lowe. They've got a 2-on-2. It's great play by Riley Scott. Stops it. Now Tyler Shivers has it. He's in the neutral zone with it. Carries it across the middle. Carries it across the red. Dumps it in. Stopped by the Mariners defenseman. They'll break it out. Passed up. Intercepted by Rogers. Rogers back to Gillespie. Gillespie passes back to Rogers. Rogers fighting for it on the boards. Now it's across and out of the zone and all the way down the ice. No icing on the play. Picked up in the corner by Warren. Tried center, picked up by Hayden Shivers. Now Shivers fighting for Warren with it in the corner. Passed up to Kozin. 2 goals already tonight. Kozin fighting for it in the corner. Hayden Shivers there. He knocks him off the puck. Austin Zweifel carries it around the far side. He's being poke-checked by Warren. Puck is dumped back to Gillespie. Gillespie loses the puck to Kozin. Bollinger makes a poke check off and knocks Kozin off the puck. Now Kozin has it behind the net. He's falls down on the play. Now Weston has it. He fires one wide of the net. Homer now applying a lot of pressure to the Hawks. It's right in front of the net, and eventually the Hawks get it out. But no, Ottengana is picked off by Kozin. Now Gillespie has the puck. He ices it down. We'll have a defensive zone faceoff. 38 seconds remaining in this third period. Mariners have the lead tonight. Score at 5-2. So we've got Tyler Shivers, Riley Scott, Isaiah Squires, Humphreys, and Hutchinson on defense for the Hawks. D-zone face-off here, Tyler against Weston. Tyler wins it back to Reed Humphreys behind the net. Passes out. Play broken up by Weston. He tries to hit Humphreys. That was a mistake. He got blown to pieces. Now Shivers has it on the blue. Tries to clear. Doesn't quite get out. Squires tries to clear. That one does get out. Pitzman passes across. Mariners will regroup. Now Dean has it. He dumps it out into the rafters and fires it into the roof. We'll have another stoppage in play. 18.2 seconds remaining in the third period. Hawks have been pretty offensively solid, but a good performance by Warren, the Mariners goaltender, and a little bit of defensive trouble by the Hawks has kept them down by a couple goals for most of this game. Tyler Shivers to face off against Weston. Wins it back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson with a good dump into the zone. It's all the way down into the corner. Now it's passed out. Isaiah Squires knocks it down with the high stick. It's picked up by Blakely in the neutral zone. He'll carry it down for the Mariners. He's knocked off the puck by Tyler Shivers. Now Humphreys steps in. Out to Weston. Weston fires a shot. Saved by Bollinger. And time's going to expire. That's going to do it for the third period. Hawks take the L tonight. Score 5-2. When we come back, we'll have the final stats of the game for you, as well as our post-game report and some of our schedules and games for tomorrow, as well as an out-of-town scoreboard. So stay tuned. It's the Houston Hockey live broadcast here from Kevin Bell Arena in Homer. Hawks played the Mariners tonight, lost by a score of 5-2. Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. Game here from the Kevin Bell Center in Homer, Alaska. Hawks played the Homer Mariners. Lost by a score of 5-2 tonight. Let's look at your final stats for the third period and for the game. So in the third period, the Hawks managed a whopping 10 shots to the Homer Mariners 12 shots. Homer ended the game with a total of 30 shots. The Hawks had a total of 31 shots. Penalty minutes. In the third period, the Mariners picked up 6. The Hawks had 4 off of 2 coincidental penalties. Hawks had 1 power play that they managed to score off of a nice wraparound goal from Austin Zweifel. Face-offs, 1 in the third period. Hawks had a total of 7 wins. Mariners only had 3, so a good face-off performance from the Hawks in the third period. Final face-offs were 26 for the Hawks, 21 for the Mariners. Your Hawks goals tonight came from, in the first period, Isaiah Squires, off assists from Tyler Shivers and Riley Scott. And in the second period, Austin Zweifel with a wraparound power play goal, unassisted. 3 stars of the game tonight. I'm going to have to give star number 3 to Isaiah Squires. First goal of his high school career. First goal for the Hawks tonight, and first goal for the Hawks this varsity season. A lot of firsts, and a great goal from him. Good positioning, good shot, just all around good play. Second star of the game tonight, I'm going to give it to probably Hunter Warren, goaltender for the Mariners. 2 goals scored on him tonight, but overall a very solid night. Hawks challenged him a lot offensively, especially in the third period. He remained pretty solid for the Mariners, saved a lot of shots that otherwise could have gone by, and stopped the Mariners' lead over the Hawks. First star of the night is going to be Dmitry Kuzin for the Mariners. 2 goals tonight. Couple other points, great offensive presence, really led his team out there, and definitely sealed the win over the Hawks. Game-winning goal, great performance from him tonight. So tomorrow we have another game here in Homer. This one is going to be against the Sohai Stars. It's going to be at 5 o'clock Alaska time. We're going to start the broadcast around 4:50 to 4:55, a couple minutes before the game. Make sure you tune in early for another pregame show, recap of yesterday's game, and more from the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. So that's going to do it for us tonight from Homer. For my cameraman, Christian Hildebrand, for my stats guy, Josh Smolden tonight. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you tomorrow night when Houston takes on the Stars. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Shame, shame, shame.